Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi. I don't see Pat. Let me make sure Pat knows we're on,
I
okay?
was gonna say she should be on because she was trying to get on. So
Okay.
yeah, let her know because I didn't.
Okay. Let's see.
Thanks to Bailey.
Okay, so let's see, it is 9:20 a.m. on 10/26/2022. I'll call the meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Dubuque County Board of Health for the purposes of discussing the interviews that we participated in yesterday. Let's do roll call first. Adam Hoffman, Hendrik Schultz,
Yes.
Pat Lemkule, Mike Fidgen.
Here.
Pat's here now. Thank you, Pat. Hi. Amy Crow Sunleaf,
Here.
Sandra Larson here. Jessica Smith. She's not on yet, I don't think. Okay. We do have a quorum, so we can go forward with our meeting. At this time, anyone may address the board on matters of which are on the agenda. Do we have any people from the public here? Let me see, there's something in the chat box. Nope. Okay, we don't have anyone, so we'll forego that. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Thank
Second.
you. Oh, you know what? Someone needs to take minutes today because,
I'm writing down. I'm taking
okay,
minutes.
thanks, Ed.
Okay.
All right, so we have
Wait, who made the motion for the minutes?
Several of us did.
I'm going to
And
make
I
it up.
seconded.
Hendrik, thank you.
and that was to approve the agenda.
Yep.
Amy,
So,
second. Thank you.
yes, all those in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
I
Aye. Okay, the agenda is approved. We'll now go into closed session.
Okay, so if you're in closed session, I have one disclaimer.
Wait, you're not in closed session.
Okay,
Is there a
Um,
motion? Is there a motion to go into closed session?
motion.
Second.
Any discussion? In open session, we've had some discussion. Does anyone have a motion concerning the candidate number 2?
Yes, I make the motion to invite candidate 2 in town for an interview.
Anybody second?
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to invite candidate number 2 into town for an in-person interview. All those in favor say aye.
I
Those opposed? Okay, thank you, Dr. Schultz.
I need to hop off. Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
I understand.
Bye.
Yes, Ed?
I have been in some email communication with Maureen this morning, and she asked me to relay that her time to do what you just asked to do is her earliest time is the 7th,
Is what?
November 7th. She is on vacation next week, which is
I'm
probably
actually-
okay based on the arrangements that would have to be made here. So
I'm out of town too, so
on the 7th.
until through the 8th.
Right. Looking at the fall colors. So if that's a good day, that's something that we can get started on. And I don't make those, like somehow Maureen does that, but just in terms of like.
Are you, so here's what, I mean, if this other candidate number 3 happens to pan out, it would be great to be able to virtually interview that person and then have that person in at the same time as Ms. Creek. Don't you agree?
Oh, we can't use her name in open session.
Oh, delete that.
Candidate number 2. Yeah, and that's why I think Maureen was fast tracking that one, so that that maybe we could do, where she talks to the committee about the candidate and the viability of that candidate. And then maybe, we could even do a first interview without Maureen. I don't know how Maureen would feel about that.
She's
Unless,
saying that you have that option. She understands the way things go and vacation. So
well, and actually she's got people who work under her that could run it, I think. So that might work to do that first interview with the new candidate that first week of November. Are you gone that week too? Sandra?
I'm gone the 3rd through the 8th, but I'm just in Denver, so I'm sure I could, as long as it's not right during the wedding, I think I could work it out. So
Okay. Yeah, because I think it would work better just for everybody's time if we could have, if there are 2 second interviews, if we could do those on the same day, like we did in the first round back in the summer.
Yeah, well, I think what I'll do is, if it's okay with everyone, let's just tell Maureen, we'll tell Maureen that we want to invite candidate number 2 in town, and it would be great if we had 2 candidates at that time, and see what she can work out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are there any times, dates and times for a Zoom interview with the 3rd candidate? You're just going to let Maureen kind of look at that. Would today is Wednesday. If Maureen said, how about Friday? Is that a thing that you all could do?
Yeah, I could. I don't think she can do it that quick, because we were hoping she could get that initial vetting done by Thursday. I think Friday she's out of the office.
I'm just making up a hypothetical. So,
yeah. So I mean, we kind of had her put a rush on it, but so if she could just have one of her associates who I think does some of the vetting for her run that first interview.
That would be good.
So potentially next week, I'll have to go back and look at the times that we've done the other ones, but are there any particular times to avoid? You envision this during the business day as opposed to just after work, or
I think, if we can, we've always done them in the evening. It was like 4 or after. I think actually we started at 6 one time.
Mhm.
But why don't we try and shoot for 4:30, which is our usual meeting time? And usually people are freed up by around 4:30. Is that okay with the rest of you?
4:30 is fine on every day, but Thursdays for me.
Okay.
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna be traveling, but I can get on for Zoom, but Thursday at that time would not work for me either, because I'd be driving.
Okay.
very valuable information. Thank you. I'm writing it all down. So I will communicate that back out to Maureen here shortly.
Right. Okay.
for
But most of us,
candidate 3.
I think we would be able to gather up a quorum just about any time she can get it set up. So don't you think?
Mhm.
We're all very motivated, so.
Right, you're motivated, but there are sometimes like Thursday, if we could
Right.
just, we'll just avoid Thursday. And that my impression was that should that go, that you would, if possible, it'd be great to do candidate 2 and 3 for in person, if it seemed like that was warranted on the same day. And
Yes.
I didn't hear any of you shirk away from Monday, November 7th.
I can't do in person on November 7th.
Andrew's out of town, but we could do the
Okay.
hybrid like we did with Hendrick.
You could, yeah.
Otherwise, after the 9th would be
The-
better for
The
Sandra.
9th or after would be better for me, but I don't want to delay everything, but I can do virtual. Like I said, I'm in Denver. I don't really want to tie up all my time in Denver doing this, but
I understand.
but I think if she can get both candidates ready and here by the 9th, I think that would be pretty good. I mean,
Mhm.
she was going to try and talk to candidate number 2 just to kind of see what else was going on with her. So
And I also thought that the plan until the news of today with candidate number one was that she was going to vet the third candidate to determine whether or not that person was even worth, inviting in as it related to the other two candidates. Now that has changed, yeah, I guess it depends on whether or not we want two candidates.
Right.
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 And you know, another thing, should we be reviewing the other people that we've interviewed this time?
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that on my drive home
Yeah.
too.
Under the circumstances, and we have a better idea of what the candidates are, what candidates are out there. I would just say for everyone to review who we've interviewed previously in round one. Is there anyone in that pool that we should maybe take a look at again?
Well, I mean, we're in open session, so we can't, I don't think we numbered any of those.
Yeah. So, I mean, just good point there, Amy, but some food for thought there. So,
Mhm.
okay. Is there anything else to discuss in this open meeting?
Well, did we want to discuss office hours or?
Oh, sure. So we've come up with the idea that maybe some of us as board members could schedule regular office hours at the Board of Health, at the Department of Health, just to be sort of an assist, since we don't have a permanent director and it's gone on now for months without a permanent director. And so we were just kind of asking, is anyone available or interested in doing something like that? Amy, I think you've expressed interest. How about Pat? I don't know what your circumstances.
I mean, I would be happy to do that. Being new, I'm not sure how much help I would be to anybody, but I mean,
Right.
I'm happy to do whatever's needed.
Good. We will, I think what we can kind of do is work on an idea of what our role would be there.
Right.
As Board of Health members, we really are not supposed to be involved in the day-to-day operations.
No, but I'm thinking more mentoring of the staff since they're so new. Well, a couple, 2/3 of them are so new. And without an HR director, when either of them are hired, I think, I don't know what kind of onboarding they got and what kind of support they're getting. So I'm seeing it more as a support and mentorship more than anything. I mean, we're not going to be going out and doing well testing, but
You might be
you can answer
ride,
phone.
you might be the ride-along person. So.
Right, right.
There have been times when I have gone out there and I've delivered things for them. There's only so many hands. So I've done things like literally just the kind of the help out. Like it just turns out somebody needs to like get something to some other place, and I've done that.
Okay.
So occasionally that's something that keeps them from pulling their hair out with the limited daylight,
Right. So I think there's consensus that would be a good idea to do some mentoring. So I appreciate your volunteering, Amy, and I would be involved too. We'll just have to see. I've only got, maybe at this point, a couple hours a week that I could really be involved. But Amy, maybe you and I can kind of work out a schedule and see what would work out.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Our next regularly scheduled meeting will be November 16th at 4:30. At this time, anyone may address the board on matters which are of concern. I see that there are no public members on the Zoom meeting, so I'll forego the reading of that. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A second? Anyone second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passes. We are adjourned.
Take care.
I'll get those
everybody.
minutes sent out.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Talk to you later, Amy. And you too, Pat. Bye-bye.